Ah, you're back.
Right now, the loyalizer's impulse voiders are interposing Dunning's higher and lower cerebral motivationators, rearranging his upper story, hitting him with quite the sales pitch. Pretty snazzy, eh? Sure, the
You fought your way through Newton?
110%. Right now, the loyalizer's impulse voiders are interposing Dunning's higher and lower cerebral motivationators, rearranging his upper story. Hitting him with quite the sales pitch. Pretty snap. Eh? Sure, the loyalizer's industrial design ain't up to snuff, but the unit is scalable. Home version comes out next quarter. Materialistic fun for the whole family. Dunning's done. How do you feel, young former Protectorate Sentinel?
Fine. A little obsessed with material goods and needless services, I guess. Also have a hankering for... crabwich. Got anything devoid of nutritional value I can snack on?
Certainly. Consume these These choice Sprat crisps, quite fresh, extruded from the chemical slurry vats just last year. Very well. It's Red Cloak's turn in the loyalizer. Lower middle managers, strap her in.
No need. I'll enter your crude machine willingly and without trepidation. The eyes of my neighbors and our benevolent consul are upon me, lending me strength.
We'll just see about that, Red Cloak. Go on, get in there. Remember to keep your arms and legs inside the loyalizer at all times. Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 210%.
And so our hero Red Cloak faces her greatest challenge yet, locked in a chamber of consumerist horrors. Will the brand loyalizer shake her faith in the paradigm? Of course not. Who would even entertain such a thought? A dramatic escape is afoot in the next episode of I, Red Cloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
Such an inspiring broadcast. On to other things. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
The optimal use of ammunition.
see it.
I like the Order. They think big, even when they make mistakes, accidentally build a super weapon, and seal it away in the Earl. Find it yourself. I'm not playing this game for you.
Wholesome programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Attention neighbors, fear not if you miss the momentous news, for it bears repeating a second, third, even a 10th time. The Sovereign himself reported for mental refreshment. The inspiring tidings came from the consul's own mouth. Hear his announcement again and be uplifted by this complete validation of our perfect society.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment, to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his...
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Wonderful. Even the sovereign and eagerly pursues perfection. Now, bask in the contentment as we replay the consul's inspiring announcement around the clock.
Next up,
Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
Take umbrage.
I'm no tenured archivist, but that sounds dangerously unstable. Oh well.
feel so much life here, I can't wait to revitalize the mind in line with what
Hurt like us.
it's filled with no shame.
Enemy spotted.
It's filled with no change.
Rival. Eliminate.
Assessing. Fact-finding efforts continue. Aborting search. Path to ascendancy is known. Stomping out ideas, reporting on your views. Support the solid vision, no need for your decision. And so we're finally home free, and we're feeling proud. Now that we boldly speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day. Bumbling along, even if we've got nothing to say. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We felt and were we free, as one big melody. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We thought and were we free, as one big melody. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed.
Worthless bodies.
Neighbors, this is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
The console is personally invested in every member of the Protectorate being happy and healthy.
So we can all do our part under the Paradigm's perfect plan for society and ensure a glorious bounty for all.
You wouldn't want to let him down, would you? Such as by ingesting any forbidden Auntie's Choice brand food items?
You might not know it, but prohibited products like Purple Berry Crunch are a gateway to the collapse of society.
Sugar is the definition of selfishness and decadence.
Preservatives are synonymous with avarice and evil.
Seems sufficiently scrambled.
It's all of Auntie's Choice
Stop
advertising.
talking.
Eat only from the bounty of Arcadia. Stay fit, sustain the system, serve the console.
It's not only common sense, it's your sworn duty.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies. Like this one.
us. Rival. Eliminate. Tear them apart.
Sorry, I've no target. Not possible. No target.
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate abundance. Crabbles are large crustacean-like creatures that travel in herds and are native to Arcadia. Though usually docile, their massive size, enormous claws, and thick shells make them incredibly dangerous.
A difficult animal to approach, let alone try to eat.
At least in the past. For now, by the grace of the console, we bestow upon you Perilous Indulgence Crabble Cakes.
Our fearless team of culinary commandos employ Dragoon automechanicals to overcome the creatures, crack their dense carapace, then scoop out the soft, delicate goodness inside, so you don't have to.
It's higher in protein and lower in calories than beef. So
Take
a
their
responsible way to
place.
stay healthy for the Protectorate. And now one no longer has to fret about being trampled.
Seems sufficiently scrambled.
Indulgence Crabble Cakes. Doing your duty for society has never been so delicious.
Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? Now listen to this.
Imagine that'll do. Imagine that'll do.
Competition.
It's
Careful! Not warning you again.
One no longer has to fret about being trampled or clawed in twain to get it.
Perilous indulgence crabble cakes. Doing your duty for society has never been so delicious.
Intriguing items engagingly described.
Take
What's up next?
Seems
There,
sufficiently
please.
scrambled.
Solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Imagine that'll do.
I just had a thought. I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts I feel stupid when I'm angry.
Seems sufficiently scrambled.
Sorry, no target.
Be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be thought and worry free. As one quick family, we're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter.
If you're done, evaluating my work, and void the oxygen on the terminal.
Gold is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the
Did it work? Did it work? See, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun. But she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well-researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good. All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
A brain-off against an order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
And here I thought you'd begun to change.
I'm not arguing it's the best option, just that it is an option. Rightly or wrongly, I am familiar with the cost involved.
The Order of the Ascendant should be dedicated to uplifting humanity, not racking up a body count unduly. Our former department was shut down for things like this.
Marisol knows what she's doing. I vote for murder. I just love watching her work.
Seems reasonable. Appreciate you listening. Murder shouldn't be our first option here. Too many drawbacks, both mathematically and ethically.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I am. I have been trying to be different. From the person others believe me to be.
From the legend? If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet. Oh, how about Executioner Emeritus?
I'm partial to grandmother death myself.
Oh, I like that one.
All right now, all right. We should go.
Typical argumentation may prove useless, and she'll likely see through most attempts at deception. Be clever, unpredictable, surprise her. But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchorus is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchorus to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchoress realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
Encouraging words from our stalwart consul. Now resume your perfect life, neighbors, poised to battle our foes to your dying breath at a moment's notice. Have a wondrous day. Now on to other matters. Our station offers only the best in music for protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. Some issues? You seem like softening the blow. Was there a malfunction? Was there some error in the calculations? Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. Not sure what gave you that impression, but I guarantee they are a hand-picked group of top-order scientists, all fiercely committed. No shirkers or malingerers among them. What else concerns you?
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with a vital missive. I'm so thrilled to be...
Everyone knows probabilistic variance doesn't occur. That's established bedrock. Not that I spend much time in the lab myself. And, well, with science, one is never truly certain. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected. An anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say.
So blessed to have someone as selfless as the console to carry the burden of leadership. Of course, his ascension was predicted and planned for, like all events. So, neighbors...
Well, methodologically speaking, I don't see how that could... Oh. That may be true, actually. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom.
With a true adherent's zeal.
Why, I'm shocked. I'm certainly glad Seer Bujold isn't present to hear such a needlessly provocative and deplorable accusation. There is no call for that sort of meanness in the scientific field. And I can personally attest that it is categorically untrue. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. It sounds like you have some expertise in the field and have scrutinized her work quite thoroughly. Mayhap I ought to give it another look. Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure. Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is completely flawed. This has been a difficult conversation. Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling. Yet I remain unswayed.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. This little colloquy has proven rather arduous, and your points fail to... Wait. Considered as a whole... Damn it. No, I see it now. You are correct. We have obstinately and misguidedly blundered along here. The flaws in Bujold's research now seem apparent. Time for me to admit my errors. I'll need to inform everyone. Shut down research and operations. What will I do now? There's no place for me. Go. Leave me be.
Our work here is done, it seems.
Protectorate Society.
Fellow scholars of the Order, this is Anchoress Byrne, with an unfortunate announcement. Our experiment today was a failure. Our line of inquiry has proven intrinsically flawed. I became dazzled by bold, captivating ideas and ignored bad science. I am hereby canceling all related research, shuttering the program. And resigning from the Order. If I have any final advice to impart to all of you, it is this: never follow your hearts.
Cracks and spaces round the door frame. Keeping tabs and notes on people can be like a game. Celebrate the good ones. Those who don't. No simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning. It's what we all strive for. Reporting them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good one, turn in those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive. Stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Anchoress Brun abandons vital research right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events were unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. That might have worked on Anchoress Brun, but I've talked to more than 4 people in the last 10 years. I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were here in good faith, but I don't. You're looking more and more like enemies to me.
Oh, listen to you. You could almost pass for a member of the Order. Yet, the greater facts of this matter remain unevinced. And I remain unconvinced. Are you done? I know you're to blame. I just wanted to see how far you were gonna take this. I can't believe Anchor's Brunn fell for any of it. Fellow exemplars of the Order, commence hostilities! I understand now why they say never meet your hero. That. Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. That might have worked. I'm not buying it. Yet, the greater facts of this matter remain unevinced. Really? You don't say. I know you're to blame. I just wanted to see how far you were gonna take this. I can't believe Anchor's Brunn fell for any of it. Fellow exemplar...
Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Anchor's Brunn abandons vital research right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events were unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. That might have worked on Anchor's Brunn, but I've talked to more than 4 people in the last 10 years. I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were here in good faith, but I don't. You're looking more and more like enemies to me. Oh, listen to you. You could almost pass for a member of the Order. Yet, the greater facts of this matter remain unevinced. And I remain unconvinced. Wait, you're serious? That's why you all are actually here? Why you did what you did? Your methodology is straight out of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. That means our goals were contrary to the grand plan. Yes, we'll shut things down here. Go on, get going. I promise we'll all keep quiet. Fellow exemplars of the Order, stand down. Discipline and decorum are expected at all times at point obviation.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Good work back there. Even if I would have preferred you'd let Marisol assess.
Look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Here's a future I'd always hoped for. You listened. Didn't just rush in like, I am Marisol Delgado. I am always right, even when I'm wrong.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye.
Clawed in twain to get it.
Perilous indulgence crumble. Cakes. Doing your duty for society has never been so delicious.
Such perfect products. The envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of protectorate society.
Oh, Brunn obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps she simply wanted to knock Chow unconscious so she could sneak away. Or not. Indefinite immurement isn't for everyone. Even the finest minds may crack under the strain. But her canned, feigned concern about Chow, how she kept changing the subject, both belied an underlying sense of guilt to me. Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will. I will be. Thank you, dear.
Well, I'm here for you, Marisol. You know, in case you need me to help sow some violence to help you feel better.
Commander. It's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. Would now be good? I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. With Anchoress Brunn, I know what we did was right. I know it saved lives. But we tricked her. Forced her to doubt her mind. You heard her. She's not just dissuaded. We broke her. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Well, I wouldn't bet against you there. Southworth was complicit, yes. Though she's alive, I believe we've squashed her reviving my old department. Struck me as little more than a functionary with a gun, truth be told. Well, one hopes. According to Anais, we greatly reduced the likelihood of that occurring. It's not zero, but completing the brain off lowered the chance significantly. She seemed pleased that we listened to her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
Perfect observation, Prudence. Life lately does seem extra perfectly perfect.
I've never slept more soundly, knowing we are safe from enemies without, and the occasional misguided subject within. Why, we've gotten word that our beloved Sentinels have rooted out 2 Arbiters who have so tragically turned their backs on our community.
Mental refreshment is too good for these faithless former enforcers of Protectorate justice.
So true. Our tireless Sentinels are relentless in their pursuit, closing on these disgraced Arbiters' traitorous heels. So take comfort that the Protectorate cogs of justice are turning perfectly, greased by the blood of our enemies, grinding them into bones and dust. And sleep peacefully.
I know I will. And now this.
The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Consul, and as such reflects his excessively high standards. fresh and relevant today, like a hopeful dream trapped in amber. More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
Our system is alive, best ever to be had. It's perfection perfected. Our paradigm is ironclad. Do your job is a virtue. Every heart is a cause, and every subject sure. A glorious bounty for all. To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, with mental tune-ups may be all that they need to resume a peak efficiency. Your the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flame. We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame. It is here that we thrive. It's out there they all fail. We must trust our community. It's only then that we prevail as one perfect union. A simple people so whole.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
We are all encouraged to live in the moment. How can one not when life is so perfect? Yet, it's every subject's duty to reflect fondly and often on the path that led us here. So spend a moment in remembrance of our matriarch, who not only drafted the blueprint of our perfect society, but also the space-traversing technology that made it possible. She alone recognized that old Earth had become a fallow garden, where only the seeds of base emotions, avarice, jealousy, hate, might sprout. She whisked us to Eden. We flourished under her guiding light, as life-giving as the star we call Arcadia. Thank the matriarch when you bask in our sun's warmth. Although without flaw, the matriarch was still mortal. Her final gift to us was her child, the first sovereign. We thanked the matriarch when we basked in her son's brilliance. And we mustn't forget, it was the first sovereign who foresaw the greatness of our consul. Our selfless leader. Put that way, our consul is yet another of the matriarch's many gifts. Now on to other matters. Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the consul.
Here at the end of it all, it was worth it. No hesitation, no indecision. Taking my final breath in the name of it. My sacrifice for the matriarch's vision. Embracing mortality tests my morality.
People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Not by a factor of thousands. You'll have to tell me about your scholastic experiences someday, colleague. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
But I know every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as
The Order has always proclaimed.
Immortality tests my morality. Sure, the paradigm's planned without pause.
People are gonna start to talk. All right, there. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
I look forward to the... Now. Don't tell anyone about that. I'm sure...
Through to my last my heart, my brain, and consistency. Serve the paradigm's plan without pause. It's an honor and a gift, one I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. Finally, I fulfill my purpose in life, a glorious death. Blown up by a mine. A fine way to go, among the many ways to die. Plasma smelted, Cyranium gassed, goo pelted.
Good to see you again. I had hoped we could speak earlier, but no matter. A little time remains. You are a crucial variable in the solution to a critical problem. Since the unfortunate end of the peace talks, Gertie and I have kept in communication, and we believe it is still possible to get the Order and Auntie's Choice to work together. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do, for yourself, for us, for Arcadia.
It's an honor and a gift, what I wish for all who live. It's a
For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If that's not sufficient, perhaps some additional incentive could also be provided. And if you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's Choice and the Order would have untold benefits for all Arcadia. Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance, only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Faith is trust without evidence. You deserve far more than that. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Yes, by all reports it was. But the plan evidently has greater outcomes prepared for Vicar Levin. He is, at that. I consider him a close personal friend, and I cannot say that about many. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that? I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise. Levin's methodology is usually faultless, and it would be a pity to scrap so much fine preparatory work. I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this path than work exclusively with the Order? There will be no future option to reconsider. Then I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition, if the plan wills it. A true in-person meeting between myself and Auntie could never take place due to the security risks. But perhaps a remote conference could be a viable alternative. The odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does improve if you have greater standing within her corporation. Everyone serves a function in the plan. The sooner you make peace with yours, the more effective you will become in the execution of your role. Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. We can finesse the details of a conference then. My time is yours, for the moment. Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. Yes, there's a reason they call it the madness of crowds. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. My predecessor, presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate, the compromises made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life. Likely not. But it is the responsibility of every student to surpass their mentor in understanding and sentiment. And I can reliably assert that I have done that. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
This were as perfect as our system.
Perfection must extend below the neck, Subaltern Prescott. We need a responsible regimen to stay in fighting shape.
Good thing we all follow the robustness routine of the Eden League. Exercise program of the Pitchball Pros. It's like mental refreshment for the muscles. Mandatory and fun. No crime in that, right?
Not typically, no. Subjects, squat and give me 50 loin girders. Push through the abdominal cramping.
You're at the 90/40ths line, almost halfway done. Take a breath and hold it for 67 seconds. Average duration of a harsh bronzing in the even zone. Don't you die on me now. What would your neighbors think?
Okay, I think that's enough toughening exertions for now. Return to your duty, subjects. Sore but proud of a robustness routine done well. When we are strong together, nobody can
The plan is always in motion. Much like you, it would seem. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now. A wise leader is always open to constructive criticism. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan. Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation? May you
Something down there?
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects, faithful neighbors. We all know that life in the Protectorate is just perfect. But doesn't it seem like lately our lives are more perfect than ever?
What a perfect observation, Prudence. Life lately does seem extra perfectly perfect.
I've never slept more soundly, knowing we are safe from enemies without, and the occasional misguided subject within. Why, we've gotten word that our beloved Sentinels have rooted out 2 arbiters who have so tragically turned their backs on our community.
Mental refreshment is too good for these faithless former enforcers of Protectorate justice.
So true. Our tireless sentinels are relentless in their pursuit, closing on these disgraced arbiters' traitorous heels. So take comfort that the protectorate cogs of justice are turning perfectly, greased by the blood of our enemies, grinding them into bones and dust. And sleep peacefully. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum Podcast.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon.
Hello, daring self-determinivist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. As in IDA, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. IDAs help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results. That's right, a life filled with action, adventure, riches, and romance awaits. Being an IDA will see all of your fantastical dreams come true. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak with you. And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets in one convenient package for an additional price.
I just had word from that old number cruncher on Cloister. Alden tells me you agreed to continue the work we began at Greater Tranquility Station. Grand! Collaboration between Auntie's Choice and the Order will truly reward all of Arcadia, not to mention the Order itself. If they partner with us, it's only a matter of time before they come to see that profits are a more tangible proof of progress than those unquantifiable theories they get lost in. Certainly.
No getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest development. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen to motivate
Now watching.
in experimental operations. Welcome to your
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice.
is Elise Ripshaw in product development. Remember, Elise, when you told colleagues over the drinks at the bottom runner that I was, quote, long in the tooth and short on ideas?
What are we offering? Why, everything, of course. Auntie's Choice is a wonder of meritocracy. Self-determinism without a ceiling. We are offering whatever your ambition desires.
With Auntie's choice, the galaxy is yours to earn. No arbitrary limits, unbounded self-betterment.
You, my friend, are being given the opportunity of a lifetime. Auntie's Choice has a dynamic new vision, and we need a specific kind of go-getter to make it happen. The kind that changes everything. The kind that turns our universal brand into the brand of the universe. We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
Be our eyes and ears, act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision that will change the course of Auntie's Choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie. Don't allow our banter to fool you. We are valued colleagues who, under normal circumstances, hold each other in the highest esteem.
So true. This particular effort has our nerves a bit high-strung, but we'll still exchange Spratwurst platters come the 10th day of presents for Auntie's birthday. Well, that is an unexpected disappointment. Though I do have faith that the more time you spend in Arcadia, the more tempting our offer will be.
There's more than one contractor in this labor market. Be seeing you.
Stymies untoward inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Next up.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
Because nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown, evolved, consumed the first of many rivals. But that original goal remains one of our goals. Yes, now we strive to spread unfettered free trade and self-governance.
On your commission.
Well fortified by our product.
Stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and
The story of Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend.
Appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
Handed down from each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations who unfairly stack the deck against as they tried with us at Tau
Well,
City.
hello again. Have you changed your mind about joining my team?
Just like our sponsored tossball team, the
Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly, they're having, something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
I'm Anti-Cleo, and I endorse this
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers.
Starting with product development, the boar's loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing.
And what, pray tell, has them so aggrieved?
Improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements.
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities Auntie's given them to repay us like this? I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes.
Is responsible for a 28% increase in our entire operational budget for the next fiscal semi-decade. Credit where it's due.
Wonderful! You'll go to Praetor, meet the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
But I get results writ large. Ink on our balance sheet. You're welcome, employee. Have a profitable day. Item, business is...
The latest word on superior protectorate products.
All subjects deserve hydration without contamination. Moderation Anti-Morbidic Soda packs a manganese zing and unbeatable beetroot flavor. It's the soda that drinks like a soup. Available in pulp or extra pulp.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
It's incredible the things that we have done. How the paradigm is perfect for everyone. Our progress is unmatched. No technological inch left unscratched. Perfection is perfect. Is it not? Oh, how we prevail people, perfect cooks, and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cooks, and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfectly perfection.
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate Abundance. Ceaseless service stokes a hearty appetite. Sustain that zeal with the perfectly perfunctory meal. Moderation mini rolls. Modestly flavorful yet free of additive toxins, there's a wholesome banquet in every bite. Moderation mini rolls. Filling and duty fulfilling. Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Next up, music to invigorate your mind so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace with a true adherence zeal.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Prudence dictates the most vigilant defense is a virile offense.
Say, isn't that the team motto of the Protectors of Piety?
Can't get a pitchball reference past you, Subaltern Prescott. We can learn from organized athletics. Our enemies are always gunning for our Saturday goal.
But what can I do? I'm just a pipsqueak enthusiast, not a muscled atlas. A hydration specialist at best. Unfit for the field, but eager to rise from the side boundaries if called.
Then you are the perfect protectorate subject, Prescott. What you lack in strength, you make up for in zeal and a willingness to give all for your home team. Regardless of their system-assigned role, all subjects must be ready to rise to the occasion. Come to our defense to serve as goalie, tender, or, should all else fail, winger. Now on to other matters. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Stand by for further reassuring content.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
I could feel my wary little mind start to wander. Things I shouldn't be thinking about, I ponder. That is when I knew I needed sort of correction, so I heeded words of my better. I could be better again with a quick mental refreshment. I have seen my friends and my family impressive, so I knew that there was no reason to stress it. Process can remove that crinkle, feeling that can cause a wrinkle. What I know now, those thinkable thoughts have to go with a quick mental refreshment. Those sentiments I felt were such a burden on me. The weight is better felt by one assigned to oversee. Thinking never made anybody happy, that I believe it's a blessing. It offers such an effortless reprieve. Since that day, my thoughts have never been the same, girl. The infidelity are no longer strangers. The sadness that was once inside me has long since gone, and though it tried me, I knew that I could be oh so much better again with the quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you. The Consoles. Chosen.
No finer victory beyond the vanquished foe. No greater luxury could any subject know than giving tenderly
receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together. Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song. Now let's admire these commendable comestibles. Nothing reins in restless thoughts like a healthy attachment to an addictive substance. Make yours the routine inhalement of Security Gotham cigarettes. Their smooth draw and sedating aftertaste sends impure thoughts up in smoke. Security Gotham cigarettes, because smoking is not thought-provoking. Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever. Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed